Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Rivera. I'm going to explain to you how to complete chapters 20 all the way to chapters 23 of A Boy Called Bat. So this is the same kind of direction as you got before in the past few weeks. You've been working on these. Um, so we're going to focus on chapters 20, 21, 22, and 23. Like I said before, I suggest that you read one chapter at a time and then do the activity for the chapter because I have it separated by chapters in here. But whatever works more easily for you. So I'm just going to explain the directions for each part, okay? So just like before, you're always going to have vocabulary in the beginning. So the vocabulary words for chapter 20 are diorama, incident, and trustworthy. So make sure you know what those words mean and you write the meanings here. Okay. And there's no activity for chapter 20 except for the vocabulary. Chapter 21, you're going to look up the vocabulary words. We have pedestrians, clutched, and swiped. And then you might have to zoom in a little bit on this if you can't read it, but this is about figurative language. This chapter, they set a scene. They're going to talk about the scene of the story, the moment in the story, and where they are. And you're going to try and figure out what this idiom means. Now, an idiom is something that you might think uh, means one thing, but it really means something else. So, like if I said, "Oh, it's raining cats and dogs outside," I'm not really saying that outside cats and dogs are flying from the sky. I'm saying that it's raining a lot. So that's an idiom. So it doesn't mean what you really say. And idioms can be hard, especially when you're learning a new language like English, because they don't mean exactly what you say. So this idiom is sweet tooth, and we're going to try and figure out what that means when you have a sweet tooth. It doesn't really mean that your tooth tastes sweet. It really means something else. So it says here, setting the scene, it's an every other weekend. Dad, Janie, and Bat have ridden their bikes to Bat's favorite candy store, the Sugar Shack. All three are excited to be there, surrounded by aisle after aisle of candy of all kinds. So they really set the scene there. In that chapter, if you read it already, they're at a candy store, and Dad really loves candy, and so does Bat. So now it says big barrels of hard candies form the aisles. Jawbreakers and gumballs and candy necklaces and rock candy and ring pops. You sure inherited my sweet tooth, Dad said, loading up his own plastic bag with jelly beans. So Dad was telling Bat that he had a sweet tooth just like himself. And we want to know what that means. So that phrase is an idiom. And it says it might make us think that teeth taste sweet, which that's not what it means. But Dad's comment means something else. So I want you could write it, I made it red. Usually where you type your response, I usually try to keep it red so you know. What do you think sweet tooth really means? Like, what do you think the dad meant by that? And you could type your response here. Okay? Chapter 22, here's some vocabulary. We have snagging and complicated. And this tells you all about Bat's five senses in this section of the story. So it says Bat likes to smell Janie's shampoo. He likes to taste vanilla yogurt. He likes to touch Thor. He likes to see animals. He likes to hear Mom's car coming. But there are things that he doesn't like also, and we're starting to learn more about him. It says Bat doesn't like to smell onions. He doesn't like to taste chili. Remember, he got mad at that a while back at Dad's house because he was making chili and he didn't like it. Bat doesn't like to touch itchy clothes. He doesn't like to see crowds. And he doesn't like to hear loud noises. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to make a little one about yourself. So tell us what you like to smell, taste, touch, see, and hear. You could write it on this side. And tell us what you don't like to smell, taste, touch, see, or hear. Okay? That should be a little fun because you get to do it about yourself. Then, chapter 23, we have one vocabulary word, hesitated. Okay. And it says, after Bat tells his mom that Thor's eyes are open, he then exclaims how beautiful Thor's eyes are. His mom is very surprised, saying she can't recall Bat ever noticing someone's eyes before. Because remember, we said that we noticed in the story that Bat does not make eye contact with other people. And we did talk about that in Miss Darrell's Google Meet, that when you have autism, you don't always look people straight in the eye. It feels too awkward for a lot of people. So that's probably what she means by that. So it says she proves herself right when Bat can't correctly name the color of her eyes. His own mother, who he's known all his life, and he didn't know her eye color. What might explain why Bat sees Thor's eyes as beautiful and amazing immediately upon seeing them, but yet didn't even know what color his mom's eyes were? So why do you think he noticed the skunk's eyes so fast, but he's been living with his mother his whole life and he still doesn't know what color her eyes are? Why do you think that? And you're going to write your response right here. Okay, so if you have listened to this whole video and the instructions, I think I was very clear about what you have to do. If you still need help, I'm here. You can always message me, but let me know. All right, good luck.